Okay, so this is for discussion board number 8 for my small SWOT analysis. I chose to do this on a matcha bar called Kyoto Brew. It's down in Lancaster. It's a place that I'm hoping to work at, actually, and so figured it'd be a good opportunity for me to learn a little bit about them. But basically, they're just a very new but very high-end specialty sort of matcha bar. They're also a cocktail bar. They have a bakery, and so they just kind of have a very large variety of offerings and what they do. It's in a very small little space, but yeah, it's really cool. So my strength, I chose 2 things. The first thing I kind of started to allude to, but the first strength of Kyoto Brew is that they have a very large variety of offerings, and so they kind of cater to a lot of different people. What they have to offer is very high end. So they have a lot of things that are very artisanal, Japanese teas. They also have sake it's very high quality. But they also have like a normal coffee shop. They have a normal bakery. They're also a cocktail bar. And so they're open from the morning until night, serving different kinds of people. The second thing that I have is that they're very high quality craft. And so I started to already mention that, but what they have is very high quality as it is. And so that kind of already separates them from the rest of a lot of places in the area that are very just menial places like, Starbucks. So they kind of already have an expertise and a differentiation. Weakness, they have a very small presence right now. They're pretty new, and so they don't really have a lot of brand loyalty just because they're very small. Lancaster downtown is also really tiny, and so they are still building their presence. And another weakness is that their space is also very small. And so they kind of have a capacity constraint. If they ever wanted to branch out or build more seating, it's just kind of limited the whole area. It would be hard to do that. So that is kind of a weakness for them. An opportunity for, I guess, just the area. I know it's industry related, but especially for the area. Downtown Lancaster right now is going through a revitalization project, and it's a historic downtown. It's one of the oldest cities in Texas, apparently. And right now they're trying to bring more entrepreneurs and more businesses into downtown Lancaster. And so there's, just as it is for the market, there's a lot of opportunities for them to grow as a small business, which is just really cool. I actually had a conversation with the city planner, really cool moment. But yeah, so there's opportunities there for growth just in the region, the city. And then also just within the industry that they're kind of pointing into with the bakery, with the cocktail bar, with the matcha bar, there's opportunities for their price points to be increased. It's a industry that's constantly increasing in price. People are paying more. And for the specialty things that they're offering, there's an opportunity for them to actually charge more than they already are. Threats. One thing that I started to think is that they actually don't have any competitors. So why is it a threat? I think it's just possibly because the consumer base that they're trying to market to might not actually be in the area, which would not be good. So I think that is a big thing. A lot of their other competitors in the area, which would be other bakeries or coffee shops or places like Starbucks or Panera. And so there's not really like any specialty sort of like craft shops in the area. And so it's possible that their customer segment is already not totally on target. And then another threat is also similarly with the revitalization sort of project. It's possible that there's an imbalanced traffic that comes. Maybe more entrepreneurs come, more businesses come, and the customer segment changes entirely. And so that could be another thing that happens. It would be hard for them to stay alive if their customer segment in the area is changing a lot. So overall recommendations, I think they have a very strong growth potential for the community just based on what's happening. And I think that it could very quickly envelop into something very larger. I think there's opportunities for them to branch out with their revenue streams. Like I said, they're very small already. They're very new, but I think there's a lot of opportunities for a very strong brand loyalty, especially for Lancaster as they're building their new historic downtown center. So thank you.